folks. This is a little tutorial on how to set up a 3D print using Bambu Labs and Inventor together. So for this assignment, we're going to use this activity here to just practice setting up to a couple of these. I'm going to show you just one of them. So this cone part, I'm going to download that and open it. It'll take it a second. While that's opening, I'm going to go over here, not there, here, and show you about how to download the software. So first, we've got this new software right here called Bambu Studio. I'm going to click on that. It's going to take me to this link here, and it's going to say, all right, do you want to download for the Mac or Windows? And in our class, we're using Windows. So click on that. It'll start downloading up here. You just kind of got to wait for it. It'll take a second. While that's downloading for me, I'm going to just look at the part that we're going to orient really quick. So this is a cone, a little traffic cone, and right now this is just a inventor part, so it doesn't really have any volume. It isn't really like, it's just a theoretical model, so it's digital. So what we need to do is turn this into a file that Bambu can read. And I know this is still taking a minute for it to download. I guess we'll just move on to the next part. So in Inventor, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this file and I'm going to convert it into a file that's good for Bambu. So I'm going to go File, I'm going to click Export and CAD Format. I'll go over here to where it says, down here to what type of file. I'm going to just drop this, maybe in my teacher drive. For you, it would be your student drive. I'm just going to leave mine on my desktop for now because I'm going to be using this, or well, maybe my downloads. Yeah, because I'm going to just get rid of this afterwards. And where it says Save as Type, this is where it's really important. We're going to change that from an AutoCAD drawing file, what's called an STL file. So it's way down there. So I'll click on that, STL file, and I'll say Save. So right now it's like, great, I did it, but nothing seems to have happened. I'll go back to this. Looks like it's almost down. And just kind of wait for a second. So it'll take its time, looks like. Anyway, so just to check to see if that file did get a trend changed correctly, it looks like it did. Right, so I've got cone-1. It says type Bambu Studio. That looks like it's correct. So minimize that. This is close. It's got 30 seconds left, so we'll just kind of hang tight for a minute. Come on, computer. Boom. Okay, so it's got it. I'm going to click on it. And I'm going to say next. I agree. I install. I'll start putting that whole package onto our computer. And mine's actually uninstalling a few things first and then reinstalling it, so it's going to take mine a little bit longer. While we're waiting, you can see this right here, these numbers. That represents the version that we're downloading. So this will continually update. I'm not sure how often, but you could expect updates, monthly. Same thing happens with your other softwares for your phone, your laptop. It gets patched and updated, and bugs get fixed and all that stuff. So this will continually be updated as we use it. And you'll see the versions. It'll periodically will ask you if you want to update your version, and usually we say yes. But anyway, for now we're just going to get it in for the first time. So say next, and looks good. I think we've got it. So it should start opening up Bambu for the first time. And it's working. It's downloading some stuff. Awesome. I'll click allow. And okay. So you'll see some interesting things in here. First, where we're at right now on this dashboard, it'll have a bunch of cool things that are available to download through their network. It'll also have things that you recently opened. Here's a few things that I did recently that just automatically show up. But let's say we're going to try and print that cone. So I'm going to go over here to prepare, and it's going to open up a new uh, whole area here, and it's going to ask me as well, like, what kind of printer do I want? And this is important. We only have this printer, so it's the Bambu Lab X1 Carbon 0.4 nozzle. And the plate type is the textured PEI plate. So I'm going to go over here to the type of filament, generic PLA, that's good. On this side, we've got quality, strength, support, and others. So for a quality, that's like the layer height. So if there's a lot of, so a small layer height would make a finer print, but it takes longer. And strength, this is the number of, like the infill is the most important one that we'll have to work with. 15% means that it's 15% dense, that there's 85% of the space on the inside is just air, which is actually totally fine. It's pretty rare that we have to go any higher than that. So for just our practice prints, leaving it at 15% is fine. Support, it depends a little bit on what our design is, but generally speaking, we do want to enable support, and it'll default to the normal or auto, but you are welcome to go down to tree support, which looks more organic, and it's actually a little bit easier to remove. I generally like tree more than the other one. So, good. So next thing we need to do is get our object in here. So I'm going to click here where this little box is, this cube, hit plus, and I'm going to find the part I created, the STL file, and click open. And notice it's in here. I'm orbiting by clicking and dragging, that it's sideways. So we could print it that way. That's like, it could work, but I'd have to have material supporting this overhang right here so that it doesn't fall over on itself. So we've got some other things we can do on here. This one right here is auto orient. So if I click on that, it'll automatically say, oh, is this what you want it to do? And usually that's right. So that is the best one. But if I had to do it manually, I could click on this to rotate. I can click on any of these axes. I've got our X, Y, and Z axes. And I can turn it, specified amount. I think if I hold shift, nope, it doesn't. I can this to be right about there. I give very specific amounts. But generally speaking, I like this one where it's just the auto. Okay. And if I wanted to move it, I can click this thing and move it around. Usually you want to put it somewhere towards the middle. That's just kind of standard for the printer, but it is okay to go in the other corners. Some other interesting things, you could mirror if you wanted to. I could make a mirror of this to get a second one. Oh, that's cut. Actually, that's the wrong one. So, yeah, forget that. And anyway, so next, our big thing is going to be getting this ready to print. So up here we've got slice plate and print plate. So if I click on slice plate, what it's going to do is it's going to automatically cut this into layers, everything that's on this plate. Over here where it says print plate, this is where it gets confusing. hit the down drop first, and we can change this button to be different things. And I want to do export plate sliced file. So I'll click that. It's going to ask me where I want to do it, where I want to save this. And best place to save it is, somewhere you can find it again. So I'm going to put mine just on my downloads really quickly. And better yet, I could save this directly to an SD card that you'll put in your computer before you send it over to the printer. But we'll just, use this for now. So click Save. Awesome, and it should be saved as a G code. So a G code is a type of file that will actually tell the computer, will tell the printer what pathways to follow. So this is kind of cool. You can see this. I zoom in closer here. You can see that can show me path that our printhead is going to follow as it creates it, which is pretty cool. It'll also show me each layer. So it's going from bottom up. It actually will start this way though. It's pretty cool. Go back here. I can even see the path that our toolhead will follow. It's pretty cool. And all of this right here is the G code. It's a special language that's used by CNC machines, laser engravers, 3D printers, and it just tells the toolhead where to go. And it is possible to go through and code all of this if you really, really wanted to, but that's really gross, and we just let the computer do it for us. Makes it much easier and much less likely to make mistakes. Okay, and that's pretty much it. So once you've got that, we can move it over to the printer and get it rolling.